So I know that my 4 times great-grandmother, Sarah Pownall, was a part of an anti-slavery committee here in Lancaster County. And I wanted to find out more about the work that they did. And I was wondering why Lancaster County had so much abolitionist activity.
There are 2 reasons why this community was so strongly committed to abolitionism. The first is the high population of Quakers here.
Yes.
And then the second is the county's proximity to the Mason-Dixon line, which, as you know, was the dividing line between the slave state of Maryland and the free state of Pennsylvania. And let me show you a document that the Lancaster County History Community has put together that documents some key historical events in the abolitionist movement.
Okay, great. So this map has Lancaster County and the Mason-Dixon line. I could only imagine that there might have been some Underground Railroad sort of activity around here. Okay, so Sadsbury Township, that's where my 4 times great-grandmother, Sarah Pownall, was from. Parker House and Pownal Farm. Is that
Yes.
my Pownal?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay. The Parker House at Pownal Farm, demolished in the late 19th century. This was a great loss to America's historic and cultural landscape. It was located a short distance to the southeast on the farm of Levi and Sarah Pownall, Quaker farmers. So this was on my family's farm.
Exactly.
Very interesting.
The Parker House was the home of William Parker and his wife. And William Parker was a man who had been born into slavery in Maryland. He escaped and ended up in Lancaster County, where he settled. He rented land from Sarah and Levi Pownall for years.
Oh, wow.
But the most important thing about Parker is that he was a conductor and a station master on the Underground Railroad.
Oh.
Highly illegal, the Underground Railroad was a vast network of people helping slaves escape to free states or Canada. Station masters hid runaways in their homes, while conductors guided them from one station or safe house to the next. Hundreds of abolitionists, black and white, risked their lives to help roughly 100,000 slaves to freedom.
On their land, it was there that he hid a lot of fugitive slaves. And
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah.
So he played a huge part in the Underground Railroad.
yes, he did. So this brings us to the question of how much did they know about what he was doing?
I can only imagine that they must have known and approved of this Underground Railroad station. So I'd like to read a few things on this map, because I'm looking at it and it has the Christiana Riot marker. This Pennsylvania State Historical Marker describes the tenant home of William and Eliza Parker, site of the Christiana Riot. What does that mean?
Right now, we call it the Christiana Resistance, but back then it was denounced as a riot. What it was an event in which free blacks from Lancaster County had a standoff with slave owners from Maryland. It was one of the most important events in American history leading to the Civil War, in fact.
Really?
Yes. I've actually arranged for you to have a private tour at the Pownal Farm.
Really?
For you to learn more about the Christiana Resistance.
Wow, that's so exciting. Thank you so much.
I'm really curious to find out what happened on my 4 times great-grandparents' farm. I mean, even just to have been there for this major historical event must have been incredible. I don't know how violent or how dramatic this resistance was, so I am a little bit nervous because I really admire Sarah. I do feel protective of her. So I'm really curious to go to the farm and hear what happened there. I can only imagine she must have been involved.